Driving 6,000 kilometers in my summer car by martincitopants.
Ow! 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 My legs! Oh my god, that hurt! Ow! Ow! Oh no. No. Hello again. Welcome back to Finland. A couple of months ago, I had a no good, very bad, terrible idea. I thought to myself, wouldn't it be fun if I made a YouTube short, where for every subscriber it got, I'd drive 20 meters in this wonderful game, My Summer Car. The catch? The entire distance would be driven in this. The Satsuma.
Oh no.
A car I assembled myself. But Satsuma has a little problem. Every part in the engine has durability and can break. Every single one. And believe me, they do break. Often. Now this probably would have been a good idea if I didn't make one simple, crucial mistake. Underestimating just how many people like watching numbers go up.
Yeah.
And so, on a fateful August day, I released that short. This is the story of why that was a terrible mistake. So, let us begin. But first, I recently caught an employee using Google Chrome.
My god.
This is exactly how that went down. Okay, Jim, I'll put you down for your regular 22-hour shift. Wait a minute. Using Chrome? Buckle up, fuckos, because this video is sponsored by Opera GX, the most bussin' web browser ever. Riz? Who the fuck wrote this? Do you want more from your dainty, shit web browser? Well, fear not, because GX Mods has got you covered. Typing on my keyboard these days has become far too peaceful. Introducing the Meow Keyboard Mod. The Fart Keyboard Mod. Or maybe download my mod. Don't like my mod? Well, fuck you. If you don't like my mod, the GX store is filled with mods that will tickle your fancy. Did you think that was all, you naive manlet? Opera GX supports Chrome extensions like everyone's favorite Mr. Beast on every thumbnail across all of YouTube. Don't like YouTube? The sidebar allows you to go wherever you want. Twitch.tv, Discord.gg, TikTok.ccp, and everyone's favorite X. Skeks. Do you like free games? Well, the GX Corner can set you up with a deal of a lifetime every 5 minutes. It also keeps you up to date with all of the important news. The fuck? What are you waiting for? Download Opera GX today, or I will find you and do terrible things to your foreskin. This isn't a joke.
This is a threat.
Michael. Use my link in the description and pinned comment, and thank you to Opera GX once again for sponsoring this video.
I like it. It was a solid ad read, had a lot of energy. That was probably about a, 60-second ad read? It could be 30 seconds, 30, 45, somewhere in there. But no, it was very solid, very high action, high octane, very fast paced. I liked it. It was a lot of information at once, but I honestly thought it was a very good ad read.
Anyway, with that, it was time to release the short. So I released the short. For every like it got, I'd drive 1 meter, and for every subscriber it got, I'd drive 20. My expectations weren't particularly high, so when the short became my best performing short, got over 300,000 likes and over 50,000 subscribers, I went, oh no.
Oh no.
That translates to 1,507.6 kilometers.
Oh no.
In this. Well. Shit. I couldn't back out now. I'd said I was going to do it, so I guess it was time for a Martincitopants classic. A really long live stream. So, I spent a few days making some plans and preparations, and when the day came, went live.
Yeah.
Thursday. A good day to begin the longest drive of my life. I loaded the car up with the 2 most important items, beer and chips, and set off. The first lap around the lake would serve as a good warm-up lap. I crossed over the train tracks. I drove past my idiot cousin. I got some supplies from home. A jerry can, a helmet, a jack stand, and some motor oil. I drove past Grandma's house and the wonderful smelling sewer truck that I drove. The donations. So many donations. Now this is where it might be important to mention a small, tiny little detail. My team and I thought to ourselves, well, this stream is going to be great and all, but it's lacking a certain amount of interactivity.
Yeah.
This right here is where we turned this bad idea into a fucking terrible one. We thought to ourselves, wouldn't it be funny if every donation that gets sent adds a bit of distance? 10 meters for every $1, let's say. And then we thought to ourselves, That's clearly not going to be enough distance. Let's add a multiplier. Yes, yes, I concur. Another great idea. With all that weighing on my mind, I had no choice but to keep driving. So I kept driving. I drove back over the train tracks, past the swamp, past some lumber, onto the highway, off the highway, into town, onto the dirt track, past the dance pavilion, and before I knew it, lap 1 had been completed. Now, it's hard to sound relatable when complaining about a literal flood of money, but the distance was in fact increasing very, very fast.
Very drastically, yes.
Or at least it should have been. The distance hadn't actually moved at all for the past 20 minutes. Yes, that's right. Shortly after the stream started, the code shit itself and died. Why? Well, for the code to tell how much someone donated, we first had to convert their currency into US dollars. But for some reason, the system we were using was missing some of the more obscure currencies. So when someone donated in fucking Cambodian riel, the code was like, what the fuck is a Cambodian riel? And died.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
Aside from the code shitting itself and the distance being negative, for some reason, Thursday had been a success and the car was working great.
Greetings from Minnesota. Hope the suffering is good.
Soda! In the other room, the monkeys had been furiously assaulting their keyboards and had finally got the code back up and running again. Oh, the code.
I feel like some coders would relate to that. Sometimes the code just doesn't work. Sometimes, especially editing someone else's code, oh god, nightmare.
It's up and running. The distance went up 300 kilometers. What? It was in this moment, right here, that I realized I fucked up. I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. Anyway, I sleep. Friday. Waking up, I checked my wonderful watch that I got from 100% legitimate means and did not steal from anyone at all. It read 10 a.m. Friday. A perfect day for driving everyone's favorite shitmobile, Satsuma. Ah yes, Satsuma. A car that I built myself long ago. Not a huge surprise then that Satsuma, as it turns out, is the least reliable piece of shit ever put on 4 wheels. Sometimes the oil is just black, the coolant haze being inside the radiator. All of my tires have gone flat. There's a small rodent living in the engine. The head gasket has exploded. The carburetor fell off. Now the car is very much on fire. The battery has gone flat. Again. All the body panels have mysteriously gone missing. The pistons are gone. Okay, I've sorted all that out. Time for a nice, relaxing drive. So yeah, this car sucks, and sooner or later it was gonna eat shit and die.
I think the thing about this run that sells it for a lot of people, and that sells it for me, honestly, is that like it's part of the torture aspect, right? Where if you have a stream where maybe someone's doing a I don't know, like a Left 4 Dead stream, or someone's doing kind of that FPS survival stream, but every time you donate or every time you do something, either, you know, they have to reload, or they get sent back to a certain place, or they spawn in an enemy, right? That kind of thing. It's kind of this interactive entertainment aspect of it, which I thoroughly enjoy. And I think martincitopants absolutely has just a firm grasp on it, firmly grasp it, if you will. And just understanding that, like, yeah, sometimes it's the haha funnies and getting chat to engage. It's why, you know, in React videos I do, I'll be like, well, hey, what are your thoughts on this? You know, I'm not educated enough in this. What are your, if you're part of this field, tell me something about this, right? And try to engage. And people generally want to be engaged. Absolutely, there's people that just want to sit and watch, you know, a 7-hour Morrowind video over the history of the design and, you know, why Morrowind is Morrowind, right? Sometimes some people just want to interact with something, though, and that there's actually a thing where a lot of smaller streamers will see a lot of influx of people because they want that personability aspect of things. They want to be able to go in and, you know, interact, say hi to the streamer says hi back, and, you know, be able to, and that kind of gets mitigated in, you know, higher lobbies and stuff by, you know, hey, you know, with several thousand people in chat, you know, that's where you get donations, super chats, etc. But this sort of interactive entertainment is kind of meta on YouTube and Twitch.
And when it did, I'd have to figure out what went wrong and fix it myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, with all that being said, it was Friday. A great day for driving, which is exactly what I did. The entire day. I encountered Cousin. I overtook Cousin. I crashed my car into a rock. I crashed into a pile. of lumber. And then a donation told me to buckle my seatbelt.
Oh no.
Buckle thy harness.
Well, you fucker.
Chat W. Classic Chat W.
Fuck. In this crash, my windshield had made the regrettable decision of breaking into a million pieces, which is unfortunate for me because a windshield offers protection from things such as high velocity bug. Unfortunately, the only person capable of repairing my windshield is this guy, the local mechanic, and repairing it would take him several days. This is precisely why I brought a helmet with me, so if any bugs were about, they wouldn't find their way into my eyeballs. And so, let's keep it moving. Back to the road. The rest of the driving on Friday was mostly uneventful, apart from when I crashed the car, and also when I crashed the car again, and when I drove over the train tracks. Oh yeah! Yeah, so what the fuck was that? That, my friends, is Idiot Tier, a $500 YouTube membership tier that adds 20 more kilometers. So when
I'm gonna be honest, worth. There's something about this that just goes so hard.
some lovely gentleman pressed join, clicked Idiot Tier,
Yeah.
entered his bank details, more than likely got a call from the bank asking him what the fuck he's doing, and clicked purchase, it did this. Oh, there it is! And with that, the day was over. Sleepy time. Honk. Honk. Saturday. Yet another beautiful day in Finland. Now, let's have a look at the distance. Okay, we've done 87 kilometers. That's a pretty good pace. At this rate, we're gonna get there at... yes, that's right. In 2 hours, the distance had increased by 1,000 kilometers. Have you ever heard of the Bugatti Chiron? The fastest car on Earth? That car still wouldn't be able to keep up. Now, yes, that's pretty bad, but surely the donations would calm down as time went on.
Oh no. Oh no, you underestimate people on the internet. So here's the thing, if I was doing, say, a payday event, and I somehow was able to find some way that every time somebody donated like $5, a like bulldozer would spawn, or donated like, I don't know, $10, like a cloaker would spawn, like a fully activated cloaker. And the moment people got caught wind of that or whiff of that, oh my god, like it's nothing but dozers and cloakers for days.
Right?
No,
Right.
It'll compound. Interest
Anyway,
will spike.
Saturday would bring about more challenges. The rally race. Driving on this road was now significantly more dangerous because of these guys. Their only goal is to go fast. They do not care if something's in their way. But I had a plan. Wait for one of the drivers to shoot past and try my best to follow him. I waited for my moment, a car came barreling past, and the chase was on. I can hit people! No, 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 no!
Oh no!
Oh no. Please tell me I didn't hit anyone. Well, shit. This guy right here is one lucky bloke. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. It's just upside down. Once I'd finagled the car back onto its wheels, I continued driving. Please start. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Yes!
There
Maybe
it is.
trying to keep
Urs like a kitten. See, ain't nothing wrong with that.
up with the car in front of me was a bad idea. So how about instead let's drive a bit more conservatively.
Oh no.
Fucking bruh.
Dude had places to be. You were in his way. Dude just did not care.
The rest of the day, I spent driving, looking around for my ratchet set, and losing bits of my car. I ended the night at the dance pavilion. Not for any particular reason, just because I wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah, just vibe. Just
To
chill.
be perfectly honest, not much. I like this guy's moves.
Dude's going ham.
I made a bit of a scene, and the security guard didn't really appreciate that. So, no, I'm not coming over there. No. Let's go home. Going home would take me past the repair shop, And while I was there, I figured that I should probably take a quick look at the car and see how it's doing.
Yeah, probably.
To make a long story short, not great. Car engines need oil. If you don't have oil, then the metal in the engine scrapes against the other metal in the engine, and horrible, no good, very bad things happen. Oil is meant to be a slightly golden color.
Yeah, right.
But when I checked the dipstick, it was not in fact a golden color, and in fact, pitch black.
Yeah,
Black.
It's not supposed
Running
to
the
be
car
that.
on this filthy oil had no doubt done a lot of damage to the engine, but that would be a problem for future Mart. Current Mart just replaced the oil and...
I just... That's such a mood, though. Like, you see, this is a problem, and this is why this is problematic. That is not a problem for current me. That is a problem for future me. Oh my god, I have done this, and people I know have done this. It's so funny.
went home. Sunday. We had completed a pretty decent 118 kilometers out of 2,600.
Oh, no.
Things were looking progressively worse and worse and worse. Today, I was going to try moving the sofa from my house into town so I could sleep there. The problem with that, however, is the sofa is far too big for little Satsuma. But I could do this.
Oh my god, that's
During my trip
perfect.
into town, I had to cross over the train tracks. In fact, for every lap I did around the map, I'd cross over them twice. Once here, and once over here. And every time I went over them, I prayed, I hoped, I begged that the train wasn't there to turn me into a fine, finished paste. Even worse, the stupid sofa I was holding was taking up half of my screen.
Right.
And so, of course,
That is the leap of faith moment. It really is. That is gonna be so sus. Nice.
well, never mind then. I guess all that worrying was all for the train is here! No! Well, shit. It's okay, I made some preparations before I started this stream. I have this bike.
Yeah.
Arriving on scene, the car was looking a little worse for wear. The fuel tank had fallen out, my supplies were scattered all over the floor, and the sofa was nowhere to be seen. I had the couch is no longer here, so
Bye, couch.
I got to fixing. Once everything was back on the car, I filled up the fuel tank with my jerry can and started her up.
Okay, we're getting a start. Nice.
Driving the car, I quickly realized that one of the wheels was very much bent. So to fix this, I went back home and found the digging bar. So watch this. The other wheel's bent slightly to the right. Do that. That's a little better. Ooh,
Amazing.
that's a lot better. And with the car fully repaired, I sleep.
Sleep.
Monday.
Yeah.
The start of a brand new week, and more importantly, no more rally race. Today, I was going to try drive as far as possible, and to prepare my mind and body for this task, I present to you
Zen.
Chip. And of course, once Chip was complete, road. Oh yeah! Oh my god! And that was Monday. A few more laps around the lake complete, and
What?
is that three?
Yeah. The torture.
Tuesday. Around this point, I was getting a bit sick of having to wear the helmet whenever I was driving, and chat was too. So I came up with an idea.
Big brain. Oh,
Meet
It's
Flitari, the mechanic.
The Jimmy
Flitari is the
Neutron meme.
only guy that can fix my windshield in the entire country of Finland, and doing so takes him several days, which in real life is a few hours.
yeah.
No good. So I offer the chat two options. Fix the windshield instantly, but in return drink an entire case of beer, or do nothing and keep driving normally. Chat clearly and resoundingly voted for drunk driving. I'm so proud. So, Flitari fixed my windshield, I put back 20 beers in a row, and hit the road. And you know what? I get it. it should be illegal to be having this much fun behind the wheel.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, German on 8-5 here.
The rest of Tuesday went pretty well, considering the circumstances. I managed to find the sofa that went missing after the train incident, and it completed another solid day of driving. I was in town, so I figured why not have a meal and beer at the pub? And this is where I met my old nemesis.
My god.
This guy. I don't know his name. Many moons ago, I beat him up and stole his watch. Turns out, he didn't appreciate that very much. Oh shit, he's punching me.
Just blacks out.
Yeah. I got knocked out. I didn't realize at the time, but he also took his watch back.
Oh no.
Where's my watch? That fucking bastard. As the hours wore on, I got bored of driving like a conservative grandma. Ever since I found an entire bottle of nitrous sitting in the boot of my car, I have a lot of nitrous, I've been absolutely ripping it down the track. That was until, of course, I hit this bump a little too hard, the car veered sharply off the road, and came to a stop at the hands of lumber.
Is lumber just the new boat meme? The funny watercraft? It's really killing me, and I'm actually kind of loving it.
This very minor high-speed accident caused the head gasket to explode.
Oh no.
I didn't realize this, however, so after a lot of troubleshooting, the car driving weirdly, the car not starting, and various other silly happenings, I finally replaced the head gasket and fuel pump, and the car worked just fine. And you know what that means? Murder. That guy who stole my watch, he was gonna fucking get it. I am taking that thing back, that dickhead. In fact, I think I can bring a sledgehammer. Once I found the sledgehammer, you bitch, placed it near the dance pavilion for safekeeping.
For reasons.
With that done, back to the road. Clearly, I hadn't learned my lesson from the previous crash and had still been absolutely sending it wherever I could. Which, of course, ended predictably. To get ourselves there! Fuck. Fuck. Yet again, the windshield was gone. Now this wouldn't be that big of a deal if I had my helmet. But I didn't. My helmet was in fact nowhere to be seen. Shit, where's my helmet? Presumably at some point in the last few hours, it flew out of my car while I was driving. To prevent getting stung in the eye by a bug, I'd have to drive a lot slower than normal. This is about where our comedy of errors begins.
Huh?
I arrived in town. No helmet. I checked the junkyard.
No helmet.
No helmet. I drove along the dirt track.
Helmet's just gone.
No helmet. And then, the engine rat made its appearance. There's a rat in my car! Naturally, I just cranked up the radio and pretended the rat wasn't there. Arriving at the repair shop, I fixed the mangled suspension and replaced the alternator belt. But the rodent remained. Well, I didn't know what was causing the noise, so I just kept driving. Just a bit up the road, however, the radiator started doing this. Well,
Not a good sign.
let's have another look at the engine. I correctly hypothesized that the cause of my engine rodent issue was the water pump being broken. Everything else was spinning properly, but the water pump wasn't. I also checked the oil. The oil looked, bad.
Not
Now
good.
pay attention to this very bad black oil. Remember it.
Okay.
It will be important later.
Will it though?
So,
Foreshadowing.
after a quick trip back to the repair shop, I could take the old water pump out and get a new... Never mind. It was closed. Yes, today was Saturday, and Fleetari's repair shop wouldn't be open until Monday. So I had to occupy myself until then. Fleetari owns this car. Now it may look cool, but this car kinda sucks major ass. But since the Satsuma was out of action, it was really all I had. Taking the car home was fine until I reached the dirt road. Oh my god, it's so bad. On dirt, this car has next to no grip, so I had to drive very slowly and carefully. making sure not to take any corners too fast or risk flying off the track. The grip was so bad that my speed was below 30 miles an hour. Oh my god, he's coming! He's coming on my ass! No, he's not doing that. No. The rest of the drive was...
That was a near miss. Like, that is rough. I was wondering, like, are they just gonna just pop by again? Are they just gonna be zooming? God, that was so close. And I'm so glad he was watching.
Uneventful. I drove it home without dying. I only said some very suspicious sentences. One very suspicious sentence. At home, I really didn't have much to do. So I went to get some food. Alright, I'll be back. And had a good sauna. Now let's piss on it.
Sauna. Oh my god,
In the sauna, I pondered.
You gonna make me act up.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Wait a second. Saturday night parties, dancing, the dance pavilion.
Yeah?
Wait a second. The watch guy. I knew just what I had to do. Oh, there he is. I prepared this earlier. This is not working.
He knocks out again.
Fucking. Yep. He knocked me out. Again.
Man actually just has a tank
I
strength
awoke
stat.
on the bus stop bench in
Stat.
town. A whole 30 hours after the fight on Monday.
Wow.
Look, every cloud has a silver lining, except of course nuclear mushroom clouds which have a lining of strontium-90.
Yeah. I can see that.
This particular cloud's silver lining was the fact that it was Monday, and Fleetaris would be open. I took the bike back to the muscle car, and the muscle car back to the repair shop. Finally, I could buy a new water pump. And what do you know? The car was fixed. Yep, completely fixed. Nothing else wrong with it whatsoever.
Nothing at all.
Totally fixed, running flawlessly even. With our perfect 110% really fixed car.
This foreshadowing is killing me, and I'm loving this. I can't wait to see how this absolutely just goes belly up.
I continued on the search for the helmet.
I'm on the edge of my
Checked
seat.
around the bushes, some spots where I'd been off-road, and eventually ended up at the small dirt oval track thing. It was here I just sort of gave up looking for the helmet and drove around and around at low speed, wondering how on earth I got into this mess. Uh-oh. 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 What happened? What happened? No. No. I'm not out of fuel. What happened?
Is it oil pressure?
What happened?
I know my way around cars as well as I know my way around a reactor.
The big one.
I don't.
The search for my helmet had landed me here, on a small dirt track, broken down, in the middle of nowhere. I checked the engine oil, and sure enough, it looked just like I'd left it. Black. Replacing the oil didn't help. The damage had already been done. With what I had on hand, there really wasn't much I could do. What had probably happened was a part broke, and the only way for me to get a new one was at the mechanic on the other side of the map.
Right.
So, I started hypothesizing. Like the engine might have just like seized, or like there's just too much gunk. The camshaft? A little gunked up.
That's actually
Does the camshaft. That is something. Yeah. It could have been many things, and really I had no idea what. I still fiddled around a little bit, and in doing so ran the battery down until it died.
Oh no! Oh! Oh! Hey, roll my ankle.
Fuck. Shit. It looked like I was gonna have to tow the car all the way from here back to the repair shop. So, allow me to introduce to you the sewage truck. This truck has a powerful engine, is nice and heavy, and is great for towing things. Problem is, the truck is all the way over here at Grandma's house, just outside of walking distance. So instead, I walked over to the bus stop and waited for the bus.
The bugs. The scene setting he does is great. I love it. I love the amount of stuff that he scene sets.
Wait, there's the bus! There's the bus! Yes! Stop. Stop, bus. Stop, 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 stop. Bus, bus, bus. Public transportation.
Hell yeah.
The bus took me back to town, where I got in the van, took the van to the repair shop, got out of the van, got on the bike, took the bike to the truck, got off the bike, put the bike in the truck, gently, and began the drive over to Satsuma. I was a bit rusty behind the wheel of this bad boy, so figuring out how everything worked was a bit of a process. But once the truck was worked out, I got on the road and began the drive. Getting to our destination, however, proved to be more difficult. than expected. Oh my god, no.
Belly up. the pain here. Like you can see just the existential pain and suffering it sustains.
Try as I might, the bike just didn't have it in it to get the truck back up right now.
Archimedes said, "Give me a motorbike long enough and a riverbed on which to place it, and I shall flip the truck."
Well, at least I had the bike. Everything's fucked. Everything's fucked right now. It's all fucked. None of this is good. It's all fucked. So, what was the plan? Well, it was getting dark and I was tired. So first things first, back home to sleep. Okay, now what? Gentlemen, allow me to introduce my savior, my hero, my messiah, the tractor. The fork loader on the front would be my ticket to truck uprightness. And with my newfound enthusiasm, I set off.
I can't think of forklift loaders like that anymore. I can't think of them without the TikTok of just like, oh, Southern girls make do. And it's just like her patting the fork. And I'm just like, I hate all of this. Very on brand for the whole last sequence.
Of driving the slowest vehicle on Earth later, I arrived. Okay, first things first, let's assess the situation. Alright, the situation has been assessed. Let's get back in the tractor and off to a flying start.
Oh my god, yes.
Righting the tractor proved difficult, but we got there in the end. Okay, time for my master plan. Wedge the fork in between the ground and the truck, and... Believe me, I tried, but the truck was well and truly bogged beyond saving. So fuck it. I give up. Yes, I admitted defeat, but really, the truck isn't essential. Satsuma is. To get Satsuma back to the repair shop, I plan to put it on the trailer and drive it back via the highway.
Makes sense.
The problem with that approach is using the fork loader at all. Just fucking get on the fucking trailer, you piece of shit! Making matters worse, my fuel was getting lower, and lower,
Yep.
and lower.
Yes, it is.
10 minutes of having violent car sex with Satsuma later, it was finally on the trailer. Yes! Finally, things were looking up. On the highway, I listened to some sick beats to drown out the thoughts of running out of fuel. But man, the fuel.
So
This appropriate music came on right as my fuel was at its very lowest. If I got stranded out here, that would be fucking miserable. The turnoff to the town was in sight. It's gonna make it. It's gonna make it.
It's not gonna
But the
make
fuel. It was so low, the engine started hiccuping. We were so close.
It's so
But
far.
then,
Just shot.
we made it! Hooray!
The setup for that was beautiful. Just like, you're like, oh, it's not going to happen. You're just going to be shy enough. The fact that this had the conclusion of just making it, that is brilliant. That is just keeping you on the edge of your seat. I love this.
In town, I filled the thirsty, parched, dry tractor with its favorite drink of diesel.
Oh.
I also tried fiddling around a bit with the car, but nothing came of it. So back in the tractor and onto the repair shop. And would you believe it, right there by the side of the road, my helmet. There's the helmet.
Found it.
I finally found my helmet. At long last, something good happened to me.
Uh-oh.
But
I see
What are
that.
those lights?
I saw that.
no. Mart,
He's gonna.
Mart, what are you doing?
He's
No,
gonna.
Mart, get back in the tractor. No, Mart, no!
Unfortunate.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I didn't just get back in the tractor and pull over, but, yeah. Here we are. Getting Satsuma back into the trailer, predictably, sucked. But once
Yeah.
it was in, yes, I could get back on the road and finally get the car back to the repair shop.
Oh, no. It's still going up.
And here we are. So, you'd think that was the end of it, right? We're at the repair shop. Surely now we can just fix up the car and get back on the road. Nope.
Nope.
The pain didn't stop. It only got worse. First, I tried changing some of the easy-to-access parts. The distributor, the fuel pump, the fuel filter, and the spark plugs.
Finally, I have found my purpose. Vehicular destruction of my cousin's car. I am become Pinar. Destroyer of car doors.
AI.
He's gonna destroy my door.
That speech is great.
Just... God. So, let's try again.
It's not going well. Nope. Refuses. Bad
So
starter?
nice. I fiddled with the alternator, took off the cylinder head, and replaced the head gasket. Still didn't work. 3 whole hours of the car not working, and things were only looking worse. It wasn't a fuel problem, it wasn't a head gasket problem,
Okay.
it wasn't this, or that, or the other thing.
Electric?
Honestly, I was at a bit of a loss, and all the batteries I had on hand were flat.
No,
To
okay.
get more, I'd have to go into town and buy some. Okay, I'm gonna go buy another battery. Naturally, the vehicle for that job was the van. I sped into town, arrived in town, put the batteries in the van, and set back off for the repair shop when I did this. Oh no. Oh
Oh,
why?
no. That handling is awful.
Why? Getting the van back upright proved difficult.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Please, no! This is a fucking nightmare. This is a fucking nightmare. It won't end. I can't flip the car.
Might be a car issue. Have you tried fixing it?
How to gaslight your streamer.
Yes! Oh my god, sit! Back at the repair shop, I put everything together and tried starting the car up again. It didn't work. I tried another battery. It didn't work. I got a new rocker shaft. It didn't work. I took the fuel tank out. For some reason. That didn't work. I concluded that I had no idea what was wrong and that I probably needed to rebuild the engine. If I couldn't figure it out, surely replacing every single part would fix it. Right? Right?
Maybe. The ship of Theseus.
I really...
That is such subtle editing, and I love that because the ship of Theseus, right, is it's the ship, right? And every time a plank gets worn or something gets worn, it gets replaced. But after so many times, if you replace everything and all those parts are not the original parts, is it truly the same ship of Theseus? That was brilliant, and I love that. It was such subtle editing that somebody could gloss over, and I'm very happy he put that in.
Had no other choice. So, I got to work. Onto pistons.
I think the boot's not attached right. That's why the car's not starting, man.
Why can't I figure this out? I'll replace literally all these parts. Yeah, there goes the gearbox. These pistons are fucked. Oh, it worked! Half an hour of rebuilding the engine later, the new parts were in, and it was back in the car. Wonderful. And so, I gave it a go. Let's give it a roll. And the battery was flat.
Oh no.
So I tried another. Also flat. Yep. And another. Flat again. Yep. That's right. I had run every single battery on the map down to 0 charge. I tried charging a dead battery at the charger at home. Dead batteries can't be charged. I looked in Timo's shop. No batteries. He was sold out. The engine was fixed, but I couldn't start it. Just fuck. I searched far and wide for a single battery with a morsel of charge. Nothing. 5 hours of the car being broken.
So if you go through that many batteries, though, like it's got to be it's draining them so quick, right? Or what's causing? What is the root cause of that? I'm not a mechanic. I'm just like, if this is truly the long haul here, I'm loving that it's this long delivery. It doesn't outright give it to you because there's a number of videos that are just like, "Hey, we're opening up," and that like this could have in another video been totally regulated too. And we had some battery issues. Well, that ended up being whatever this issue is going to be, but this also showcases that honestly he did all of these things and he is actively problem solving this, thus engaging the audience in such a way and giving us just enough information to kind of piece it together. And absolutely there's people that are going to be just like, well, have you checked that? And you know, they're probably right. But it's just very interesting at how people could say, oh, this is padding a video. I don't think it's padding a video. I think that it is playing the long game, and I think that it's actually quite brilliant editing that it sucks people in because it preps them for that conclusion. What is the answer? And I think that's important in terms of just retention and keeping people, especially in a longer video that's about, 41 minutes in length.
And it was still fucking broken.
Screams into the void.
All I could really do was just sit around, drink beer, and wait for the shop to restock.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the kilometers are still going up.
It took ages. But finally, oh my god, they're back. Batteries! Yes! I put a fresh one in, and, alright.
Dead?
I'm fucking nervous. This better work. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's trying to start, trying to turn over. Thank God, there
Gentlemen,
it is.
after 6 hours of broken Satsuma, it finally worked.
That's wild to me.
And now was time for my dastardly plan. You see, the distance done stat counts distance by measuring the car's speedometer. Not the actual speed, but the speed the car thinks it's going.
Right.
Gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the dynamometer. Typically used to measure the power of a vehicle, I was going to use it to spin the tires as fast as physically possible.
Okay.
First gear, 60 kilometers an hour. Second gear, 100. Third gear, 150. Fourth gear, 226 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
The highest possible speed in the Satsuma.
Okay.
Now you might think, but this is cheating. And yes. But cast your eyes to the distance left stat. Now, let me speed up the video.
Yeah.
Do you notice anything alarming? Is there anything about this video that seems off?
It's hardly going down.
Yes. The distance left is still going up. This is where I finally realized I was truly doomed. Even at the highest possible speed, it still wasn't enough to outpace the ravenous viewers.
That's so
and
good.
even better, a few minutes of running the car at its highest RPM later, the engine, why are the brakes not working? Did this. Why are the brakes not working?
Oh no.
No, don't break my car, no, stop. Removing the engine once more, I found a, do we have a hole in the block?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hole.
Giant hole in the engine block. Fuck.
No words. Only F.
Oh yeah. God. And what do you know?
Oh, no.
The engine was ready for a test. Of course, now that I'd rebuilt the whole thing, all of the new parts were untuned. It's not very powerful, so it ran like shit.
Right. Makes sense.
Well, fuck. And finally, after almost exactly 8 hours of not having the car drive on the dirt track, we were back. 19 and a half hours on long streams like this tends to be very close to maximum pain.
Yeah. Yes.
Around this time, it was about 4 a.m. I hadn't seen sunlight in over 8 hours.
Yeah.
The donations and their annoying messages hadn't stopped for the entire stream, and my desire to sleep was incredibly intense.
Yes.
This is where I start getting a bit delusional.
This is where the endurance stream aspect of this comes into play, right? It's one thing, say for example, if you go to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament or Pokemon tournament, right? Say VGC. And it's one thing to play with your friends, with your buddies, with people, oh, we're going to pick this up and play this. It's a different thing to be in an entire tournament that, say, takes an entire day, because you got to go through your top cut, get top 64, then you got to go through there, and then narrow that down to your, top 16 from there, and the top 16 duke it out to find your first, second, third, fourth, etc., down to 16th place. And it's a long event. There's a lot of constitution that goes into events like this, and streams are no different. You can stream for 3 to 5 hours. Hour 7 I usually start to kind of peter out a little bit. Hour 9 I kind of kick back into it, and then 12 and up I think I haven't done anywhere above, I think 15 or 16, but at 12 and up you're just kind of zen. You just kind of exist in this weird intermediary state. There is absolutely a element to that in which you need to have that constitution. And that being said, there's an argument, hey, don't stream that long. Sometimes streaming is fun. Sometimes you just want to stream for like 36 hours.
Paranoid. What if someone finds out where I live? What if Chad isn't willingly giving me money, but I'm stealing it from them?
Yeah.
I mean, why am I even here anyway? I don't deserve this. This whole thing is a mistake. I'm not supposed to be here. Someone else. Come on, Stu, get your head back. Falling asleep or what? Come on, get your head back. Should probably be paying attention to the road.
Yeah.
I'm just zoned out. It really didn't help that half the donation messages went something along the lines of, haha, we are torturing you for our entertainment. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Not very nice. But
No.
I knew just the guy to take it all out on. Watch guy. Oh fuck it!
You got him.
I won.
Got him eventually.
I beat him up. Did I feel a sense of accomplishment?
Maybe.
No. Did I feel a sense of satisfaction?
Yeah.
No. Did I feel anything?
No.
Not really.
It's just
The only
so
thing
zoned
I
out.
really felt was pain. Lots and lots of pain. And where else to lay my feelings to rest than the blackjack table? I think it's time for a game of blackjack, gentlemen. And so I sat there, slowly losing my money, slowly losing my mind. I think
It's a mood.
it was time to give up. 20 and a half hours of my summer car later, I had driven 585 kilometers,
That's rough.
and the distance had increased from 1,500 to 6,448 kilometers.
Wow.
Fuck.
The pain is increasing exponentially.
That's it. That was the stream. I haven't touched my summer car since, but Finland doesn't forget, and Finland never forgives. Literally every single thing I have done since then has had a flood of comments underneath it about the drive.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere. Community posts, my second channel, Twitter, even my Instagram that I've never even mentioned one single time, and occasionally in real life too. So I guess I have unfinished business. Now,
And so that's kind of the thing with stuff like that, right? So if I was to run a, like, I don't know, like a Resident Evil 4 minimum item professional run or something like that, and had some kind of chat thing where it's like, you know, oh, well, you can't use this weapon, or you're banned from this for X amount of time, or have any sort of like backlogging rewards. Like, for example, you have to be for every $10 that I get donated, right, or gifted, right, that adds another Elite 4 run or onto it, something like that, right? So by the end of it, it's like, well, you have to go, you know, defeat the Elite 4 300 times in this stream, and it's like, even if you can't do it in one stream, it's good to make good on promises you make and things that you say, right? Where we have entire pop culture things like the undead, right, from the Paths of the Dead and Lord of the Rings, where Tolkien is, you know, that's his, hey, maybe you should keep your word. If you break your word, become an oath breaker, probably not a good thing. And it's and people will just remind you of it. Like, I have one of my mods reminding me right now that I owe them like a Pokemon Coliseum Nuzlocke, and I'm just like, this is gonna be fun. It's good to make do on your promises, and even then, this is content people want to see, so it's a happy medium. If it's content people don't want to see, but you still got to do it, then you start running into burnout issues, etc. But yeah, this is wild that people have been not just wanting it, but kind of demanding it and craving it. It's so good to see that martincitopants has just absolutely just soared.
this challenge would literally never end if I didn't change something. So I've changed something. Instead of donations adding distance, they make playing the game a living hell. You horrible people can now fuck with the steering, accelerate and brake, add piss, and make me a violent alcoholic for a short period. All the proceeds from the big first stream will be going towards the Royal Children's Hospital Foundation.
That's so good.
The only thing that can still add distance is subscribers. So if you want to prolong my pain just a little bit more, subscribe and I'll drive 1 more meter. The next big stream will be in about a week. I'll drive for 24 hours, and the proceeds, once again, will be donated to the Royal Children's Hospital. So join me in my future Finnish endeavors, and mark my words, this distance will read 0.
That's so good. I'm super into
Eventually.
this. Eventually. Yeah, I'll take him a little bit, but he can do it. I wanted to go back and kind of watch this, and a lot of people have been itching for some martincitopants reactions, and I feel that I unfortunately just haven't really had enough to say on this one. It was such a good video, and I've been enthralled this whole time. There was such a way with words, such a way with the editing, and I thought this was nothing short of amazing. Yeah, it takes some while to make these, absolutely, and I definitely do encourage, if you haven't checked out martincitopants, if you're new here, you're like, who's martincitopants? This is amazing, and hadn't seen any of the older reactions to martincitopants, definitely go check out martincitopants. Even if you have seen them before, check them out. Awesome creator. I would love more of martincitopants type content on YouTube. Just super awesome creator, super meme, just super positive in my opinion as well, and just super legit dude, it sounds like. And you know, I know that there are people that will find large creators through me, not in, you know, I kind of want to do what I can to be kind of that bridge to for people to branch off of and find really cool creators that you know, I myself agree with, I myself align with, I myself find it cool and fascinating. And martincitopants is definitely one of those creators. But I digress. What are your thoughts? We didn't really get to the oil, did we? So I'm curious about the foreshadowing on that, or if that was all just bait. Very curious what your guys' thoughts on that are. I'm curious as well. I mean, what are your thoughts on challenges and stuff like this and getting that audience interaction? And do you think that it's a good thing? Do you think that it detracts from the content? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Definitely check out martincitopants if you haven't. I'll see you all in the next one.